Today we're going to do a little pulled pork. Once we get started, we're going to put a little bit of mustard all over that pork. That mustard is going to act as a binder. That binder lets all the seasoning stick right to it. After you wash your hands, get in there and rub all that mustard down. Make sure that every single inch of the pulled pork is covered in mustard. Now it's time for the seasoning. Today I just used some seasoning, some smokehouse seasoning from the local butcher shop down here. Don't be stingy on the seasoning. You want to make sure every single inch gets covered. You want that flavor through and through. After you've applied the seasoning, take the pork and rub it all in the excess of what's left after it's all dripped off. Waste not, want not. Now it's time for some coffee. Every good long smoke starts with a good fire pit. That fire pit's going to come in handy a little bit later. Not only just to keep us warm. Once the smoker's up to about 225 up to 250, it's time to put the pork on. Today I'm using lump charcoal, some chunks of oak, a little bit of hickory, and a little bit of cherry. Always make sure your temperature is between 225 and 250. Every hour on the hour I usually take a little apple juice and spritz it up. That's what gives it that nice golden bark. Make sure you cover all that pork with a little bit of apple juice once an hour. A way for me to regulate the temperature on that smoker is to use that fire pit. So now that I've got some coals, that's what allows me to regulate the fire so I don't have too many spikes. We don't want that fire to drop down, and we don't want it to spike up above 250. So I use those coals to keep it nice and even. Once the internal temperature of that pork reaches 160 or 165, it's time to wrap it. Here I'm using 2 pieces of foil for a double wrap. Check out that bark. And make sure you wrap that pork nice and tight in that foil. Goes right back on the smoker now. And we're going to get it up to about 205 degrees internal temperature. And now that we've got it up to 205, it's reached its temperature, we're throwing it in a cooler for a couple hours just to let it rest. And after you pull it out, it just falls apart. Now I'm shredding it up. Look at those pieces of bark. Thanks for watching.